The one thing the mainstream media isn't telling you about, Trump administration and the USDA uncover largest food stamp fraud and bribery scheme in history. USDA and 5 other employees were arrested for alleged multi-million dollar food stamp scheme. It has started. Finally, the guilty parties that are defrauding the American taxpayers are being arrested and charged. How does it feel to see justice served finally?
Yeah, welcome and welcome again to the Doku Stories. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I hope you're doing great. I myself am doing good. I won't take it for granted. I want to thank all of my supporters, the new ones and the ones who already supported me. Thank you. I will take it for granted. And without wasting much time, I want to talk about the topic: America reacts to the 66 million in food stamps fraud. The outrage, the silence, and the truth. America is very shocked. A staggering $66 million in food stamp fraud has just been uncovered, and the reactions are explosive. While some Americans are demanding harsh justice, others are questioning the bigger picture. Why does fraud by the poor get headline news, while billion-dollar cooperative scams barely make a ripple? Is this really about protecting taxpayers or about targeting the vulnerable? In today's video, we are diving into the scandal, the outrage, and the very uncomfortable truth about how America reacts and who it chooses to push. So, take a seat, relax, and enjoy.
And just think, this is only New York. Why is this not all over the media?
So a massive $66 million food stamp fraud has been uncovered. A USDA employee was at the center of it. So here's what you need to know. Here's the scheme, right? So there were 6 individuals that orchestrated a network that supplied approximately 160 unauthorized EBT terminals to stores across New York. These terminals were used to process over 30 million in fraudulent SNAP transactions. They submitted around 200 fake USDA applications, misusing license numbers and doctoring documents to obtain EBT terminals for ineligible businesses. Alarsa Davis, a USDA employee, abused her position by selling confidential government information to the fraudsters. She provided hundreds of EBT license numbers, enabling over 36 million in fraudulent SNAP redemptions. In return, Davis received substantial bribes disguised as birthday gifts and flowers. All 6 individuals have been charged with conspiracy to steal government funds and misappropriate USDA benefits. They've also been charged with theft of government funds. Davis faces additional charges: conspiracy to commit bribery, and conspiracy to commit honest services wire fraud. I'm looking at the press release now, and I plan to send a free email newsletter article describing this in more detail to my followers on Substack.
And these people are mad that they're finding this information out. And they're making their followers then mad. You cannot make the fuck up what's going on in this country right now. And again, that's just New York. There's 51 other states. Can you imagine what's happening in those states? Because you know that's not the only one, as we all know. Love y'all. Have a
$66 million was stolen from us, the taxpayers, in a food stamp scam. A USDA employee, no doubt, an employee for the United States government, sold information to stores, to fake stores that have these EBT terminals, and they were able to steal $66 million in food stamp money, EBT money, SNAP money. And a scumbag that works for the government gave these people the codes, the information, and sold it to them. And then they stole from us. Bums. Absolute bums. Scamming us. I'm out here working my balls off, paying tons of taxes so that this scumbag can steal our money.
America's 66 million food stamp fraud scheme. What happened? The scam started in 2019. A group set up a fake EBT terminals at places like smoke shops, which aren't allowed to take food stamps. They processed over 66 million in fake transactions, stealing money. And you might be wondering who did it. Michael Kehoe led the scheme, working with 4 others in New York to submit fake applications for EBT terminals. Arlasa Davis, a USDA employee, sold them secret license numbers to make it all work. Basically was taking bribes and betraying her job. They used Davis's stolen numbers to get the EBT terminals for ineligible stores, then ran millions in fake transactions, pocketing all the cash. Now, the bust just recently happened. It's breaking news. It happened on May 29th, 2025. The FBI and the USDA caught them red-handed, boom bop being all bad. All 6 face charges like theft and bribery with up to 20 years in prison. One dude literally fled to Jordan, left the country, but still faces charges. This really isn't a joke. What it means is this scam hurt the program meant to help the poor, the needy, the hungry. It sparked anger and calls for better oversight, and the USDA says more arrests are coming to stop frauds just like this.
No wonder some people have been reporting that they have not been able to use their EBT card, or if they try to use it, it said the funds are not available because some damn USDA federal employee has just been charged with over $66 million in food stamp fraud with 5 other federal employees. This freaking scumbag goes by the name of Alyssa Davis, and she just was charged with over $66 million of food stamp fraud. And the fact that she's a black woman who got caught doing this, I just go, God damn it. Oh, no! Alyssa Davis has apparently been doing this for quite some time. I mean, let's just think about it. To get caught doing $66 million worth of food stamp fraud with only 5 other people helping you out, that's got to be some kind of, like, either other people are just looking the other way and letting you do it, or you just were that dumb, but somebody just didn't catch you until now. What a coincidence. You get caught soon as Trump gets in office and people start looking at shit. If Kamala Harris had won, she would have never got caught. She would have never got caught. The mere fact that Donald Trump won and then appointed Doge to start looking and investigating fraud, that's the only way that she ever got caught. If Kamala Harris was president right now, she would be scot-free, still scamming the system out of millions of dollars in food stamps. It's just like, oh my God, yo. Alyssa Davis, as one of the members of the black delegation, I have to say that we do not condone this behavior.
$66 million in food stamp fraud? Y'all going to jail. The Department of Agriculture, the FBI, just uncovered one of the largest schemes that we've ever seen, and is dealing with food stamps. And I'm going to explain it to you in 1 minute. Let's go. So the Trump administration has been watching over the purse, trying to eliminate fraud, waste, and anything else that financially is not beneficial. Because of this, the USDA, the FBI, they uncovered one of the largest schemes that was going on, and it was in food stamps. So they have charged 6 different individuals with not only misappropriating funds, but unauthorized transactions. They were bribing people with these food stamps. And what's crazy about it is one of them was a USDA employee. Now, the investigation is still ongoing, but I will list the 6 names that they've put out on Fox Business News right here, just so you can see who they are. I tried to look up photos of them. I found one photo, but unsure if this is the person. And I want to make sure before I post their picture online. But these are the names of the individuals that are involved in this $66 million food stamp fraud.
So if I get a job, I can get food stamps. But if I don't get a job, they cut my food stamps. But if I get a job, they're going to cut my food stamps anyway. How does that work?
Illegal immigrants are stealing American jobs. No, they're not. How many times did Timmy or Todd or Tucker actually go to school and dream about being a dishwasher? How many of these, Stanley Cup toting moms was actually pushing their children to be bricklayers or farmers? Immigrants aren't coming here to steal American jobs. They're taking whatever job they can get that most Americans don't want to do them. How many kids grow up nowadays to get a part-time job at McDonald's? If immigrants were the problem, then why is McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's offering like $22 an hour to get people to work? Oh, illegal immigrants are taking our tax dollars. No, they're not. They're actually paying taxes and they can't get a refund. Well, illegal immigrants, when they come to this country, they're taking our benefits. No, they're not. Because without a valid social security number or any kind of documentation, they can't apply for any of that stuff. So how are they getting that out of it? Oh, illegal immigrants come here and, they're just breaking the law. And then why is ICE going to construction job sites? Why is ICE going to churches and schools and to, immigration offices to detain illegal immigrants? ICE is going to everywhere other than where actual criminals are. Seems spineless. The fact that they're wearing a mask, even gutless. Now they have a backup with National Guard. And you've got Washington screaming he wants $3,000 a day. Care if they're kids. Sick.
Yeah, welcome back again to Willy Doki Stories. And all right, so here's what went down. Federal investigators says a group of convenience store owners and workers were running a scam through the SNAP program, SNAP program. That's a food stamp system. Basically, they were letting people swipe the EBT cards for fake food purchases, then giving them cash. Like, let me explain this. You swipe $200 and they hand you $100 in bills. It's technically theft. And not small time either. We are talking about $66 million in total fraud. This wasn't a couple of people cheating the system. It was a whole network organized, calculated, and running for years. Now, of course, the government is cracking down. Arrests have been made. Some stores have been banned from ever accessing food stamp again. And you already know, the headlines were all over it. Massive food stamp fraud ring busted. Taxpayers' dollars stolen. It sounds huge, and it is. But here's where things get messy. People online are having total different reactions. Some folks are like, finally, this proves that the system is broken. Shut it down or make it more strict. Others, though, are saying, wait a minute, we got full FBI when it's a poor person gaming the system. But when billion-dollar companies dodge taxes or cash, the economy, nobody goes to jail. One tweet I saw someone did very perfectly. If you steal 200 worth of food stamp, you are a criminal. If you steal 200 million through Alufit, you are a genius. And yeah, it hits differently. The truth is, most people on food stamp are not scamming the system. There are kids, seniors, disabled folks, people working 2 jobs and still not making enough. When fraud like this happens, it gives the whole program a bad look, and that makes life harder to the people who genuinely need help. It feeds the stereotype that everyone on welfare is lazy or dishonest, which is not true. That isn't true. But also, and this is very key, it raises a bigger question. Why are we so quick to judge and to punish the poor and so slow and hold the rich accountable? When banks collapsed in the economy in 2008, did anyone go to jail? When huge corporations get caught in tax fraud or wage theft, do we see SWAT team and press conference there? Not really. So, this is food stamp fraud. It's a big deal. This is a very big deal. We can't take it for granted. People stole money meant to feed struggling families, but the way we react to it, with outrage, media blast, and public shame, compared to how we treat high-level white-collar crime, it says a lot about our values as a country. At the end of the day, fraud is fraud. Nobody's defending anything here. But maybe it's time we start asking who gets punished the hardest and who always seems to slip away quietly. What do you think? Was this bust a long overdue, or people are overreacting? Or is this another example of selective outrage in America? Drop drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you think. And hey, if you found this breaking helpful, hit that subscribe button. And for more commentary and more stories like this, share this with anyone who needs to hear the full story, not just the headlines. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay sharp.